going to be seeing coming out from Xtreme if they can get things together, whereas Nigma Galaxy, they're going to turn up today and see if they can make the Drow Ranger work. As always, I like to see some of these players, especially, someone like Ghost, someone's kind of newer on the block on what they're good with, what their bread and butter is. Here, looking at that top, it's a Grandmaster tier Drow. So this guy, he knows what he's doing on the Drow Ranger, Fogged.
And they do actually make it away from the gank immediately. They were about to get swung on there from 4 heroes. Yeah, this, on paper, right? When you look at it, you're like, the biggest worry that he really has to deal with is either the Ember closing the gap or Cold Embrace stopping the target that he can focus on, right? But on paper, it does look like a good Drow game. We're just going to have to see how decent this hero actually is, in particular versus TB nowadays, because it used to be one of, if not the hardest counter.
I mean, because what is it about the hero nowadays that sort of led to being a carry that most teams aren't really considering?
I just find the hero incredibly squishy. That's my big thing. And the numbers, it just feels like the damage isn't what it quite used to be with precision. I'm not sure why, but something just feels like you just don't do as much damage as you once did on this hero. It takes a lot more time. Undying, so we got to fight.
Let's see what they can get here. It's a big sleight of fist coming in. Omar's in trouble. It's caught by the blood grenade, but Ghost will get the first blood, taking down Undying. So 1-for-1. Nigma Galaxy able to strike first and get the first blood secured for the carry.
And they make sure that he doesn't lose the int. They get the silencer before he gets the kill. No brain drain. Cool little engage there. Blood grenades connecting on, I think, 3 heroes from both sides. And let's see how these lanes go down. I think Jin Q is going for the, I'm never going to play the same hero twice in this tournament, because I think this is the 6th game that they're playing and the 6th hero that he's playing. So a bit interesting to see how they're flexing and varying in terms of that with him.
And yeah, looking at the stats. So yeah, the Ghost, he's a Drow Ranger connoisseur. He's got 567 games on the Drow, and I'm looking at out of his top, kind of 20 most played. Drow Ranger is his highest win rate.
Okay.
So this,
if there's any game
by the stats, this is literally his best hero.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see how that ends up going. Because his lane in particular, it should be pretty good versus the Tide Wyvern. He has a Pugna behind him too, so it's a ton of harassment that they have between the two, just the right clicks. It does start to add up a lot versus a Tide Hunter, so the lanes in particular do look quite strong from Nigma, I would say. Especially because XG, they picked the Ember into the Shaker, so XM confident at least in the mid game perhaps, but the lane, definitely have seen Shakers take advantage of that a lot.
Now let's see what...
Bottom. Undying stepped up again.
He could be in trouble. Oh, he's got the stick charges. I mean, Arme's able to trade a lot of damage back into Noob here with his Metamorphosis hits.
This is probably the one that has the most chance of, I would say, XG coming out ahead in, right? With the TB plus the Silencer versus the Marcy and the Willow. Can sometimes be hard for them to get enough to bring down the TB before they take all this damage from the Curse. But yeah, those other 2 lanes definitely look very solid for the side of Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, those denies in particular going to continue to rack up in that mid matchup.
Nice Sumail, this has been his most played, right? For quite some time, I feel like. Every time I watch them, it's Sumail's playing Earthshaker. I guess we did have the other day where he played OD too, but yeah, he had 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he played it like 3 or 4 times in the last month, so.
And XM on the Ember. I mean, obviously, as we say, with the pick in the draft, he didn't care.
Nope.
He was going to play this, whatever was coming out for the carry position. Already knew his guaranteed mid-matchup, so...
I think it was mainly because we have no stuns, right? We have no great catch until later, and just from ultimates that come out from Ravage and Dead in the Water. There's nothing else to really catch heroes. And it also is a hero that gets on top of Drow, right? So I think there was like a multiple different thing that XG was looking for with this pick for XM here.
Bottom lane. I'm going to try for Omar. He's got the Shadow Realm to try and get away, and Dine's going to try and chase him down a bit, but he's also getting very low himself on the Silencer.
He's got the Lotus, so Omar does have to respect that once the bubble spells are up.
Especially... Okay, yeah, Metamorphosis still on cooldown for 40 more seconds, so that's going to be the timing that Nigma Galaxy is going to have to be very aware of.
This harass damage is actually pretty insane. The Arcane Curse plus Reflection, it almost just brings down Omar. Dancing in the trees.
Yeah, with the Jukes, he'll be fine.
He almost died. If he gets hit by the last word there, he's likely dead. So
on top lane.
Sleep top.
They're able to finish off XXS, tries to step up to contest this pull coming over to the small camp, but ends up dying. The Pugna Ward coming into action.
Lane's looking pretty solid.
A complete free farm, 24 and 12.
But we have seen this a lot from Xtreme, right? Sometimes they're a little bit slow to start in the laning phase, especially with this lineup, right? It can have some greed in it, so you can definitely see them have a bit of a slower start. Nigma's had, I would say, pretty good success in laning phase for quite some time. It's just afterwards what ends up happening. Sam taking quite a bit of a beating there.
It's not an easy lane.
I mean, Sumail's gone full for the totem. Literally 0 even in the fissure. Literally just looking to dominate the lane.
Oh yeah, excellent. And he's playing on the. He's got the stick charges and the Fairy of Fire, so.
He's got the slight too, so he can't play around to dodge the totem. But the sluggers are adding up.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
Another slugger. Every time I watch that, I'll never forget the one with Quinn, right? When he got quad sluggered versus Kyotak and he got one-shotted. That was one of the better moments I think I've seen.
Oh yeah, well, he was on a puck, right?
He was on puck, and it was all 4 creeps flew at him, and he died.
We got the good reaction on the cam for that as well. I remember. I can picture the face.
Yeah, it was one of the funnier things I think I've seen in Dota. It's just the way that it happened. Yeah, Sumail continues to do well. The bottom lane, also Noob, he's handling the pressure. Ame is getting the farm, but Noob is also being able to reciprocate.
They're doing great on all 3 lanes.
Yep, all 3 looking solid.
And it's looking like a very hot start. That top lane in particular, just XXS is getting completely dumpstered, really. 34 and 16 against the 12 and 0. He's barely getting anything out of this lane as the Tide.
And it won't get better. Not for some time, at least, because Jin-Q has now left the lane to go secure that 6-minute power rune. So a 2K lead off of these first
They're crushing
5
it.
minutes. They're
all right.
Lanes. Doing very well. Yeah, Jin-Q's like, I can't do anything top, so yeah, he's just moving. He's even looking to play around bottom, perhaps set up for this bottom rune. Let's see who gets it, because Nigma's rotating both heroes as well.
Let's have a look. Noob. He's going to get the grab on towards Undyne, but Ame's turning up with the Metamorphosis. Noob able to jump away with the rebound. And
Sumail's coming in.
Yeah, that will get them away safely from that Metamorphosis used by Ame. So Nigma Galaxy not going to lose anyone here.
Nope, and getting themselves that power rune for Sumail too. All important. Making sure that XM doesn't get that fill up. XXS will start to drag waves, so he's going to start getting a little more up here.
Omar.
Hard for them to chase is Omar.
He's got the Shadow Realm and the Bramble still to play around with, so if anything, might be going for a bit of a bait at the moment. And yeah, XM won't fall for it, doesn't want to jump into the river whilst he's low on the mana.
GH being sneaky. Not only is he putting a ward down because he maybe expected some stacks to have been made from the Wyvern for the Tidehunter, but that Shrine is up in about 15 seconds. Jin-Q is going to be late.
Radiant are scanning.
This could get stolen here. They're going to TP over the Silencer. Okay, now they should be able to contest it in time.
Yeah, GH is going to try and be sneaky. And they got a stand in it. Oh my goodness!
That was so close.
I mean, Undyne nearly dies.
He still might to the blood grenade. 1 HP.
And meanwhile,
GH is fighting.
I mean, GH, he's going to win this fight, I think.
He's winning 2v1.
He's still got his Pugna Ward down.
Blood
if any
grenade.
buttons are pressed here by Jin-Q. Another blast! Oh, he brings him down, but Undyne will be the one surviving and able to activate the Shrine for himself. But he gave it a pretty good fight there, GH.
That was sick, actually. Just dropping that Pugna Ward, it actually did so much.
I mean, he literally went down to 1 HP.
It was literal
close.
1 HP on Undyne.
Literal 1 HP.
If he doesn't come back in to throw the blood grenade there, very likely GH does get that steal. So cool little interaction.
That's crazy.
Sumail in the mid. XM, no mana.
Got to be careful. There's an Echo Slam at the ready.
There is.
Don't get too close to the Shaker.
That poke hurts quite a lot. Rune coming up in 5 seconds.
Is he going to get lucky?
Bottom one. Who's getting it?
It is going to be Sumail.
The dream one is Q.
Yeah, they could try and go for him. He's caught in the brambles. Sumail gets in, slaps him down with the Enchant Totem.
XXS continuing to cut creep since he doesn't want to just play versus that Drow. But now TP's coming in. Sumail.
Oh, they're going for him. He's already suffered so far this game, XXS. And he's not getting out of this.
Nah, he knows he's dead.
Can he get the money creep?
Oh,
No,
denied.
not even going to get the money creep. As his dead body gets knocked to the side.
Ame.
Oh, something at the ready.
One attack. Literally one hit left.
Still, a Noob's not doing too badly here. It's close.
That was close.
Oh my goodness, Arme lucky to live.
Little toggling coming out there from the treads, I believe, maybe saving his
Oh,
life.
mid?
Mid.
They got him in the brambles.
Got him.
They got him. XM, not expecting the backup to be there for Sumail. And now they can turn over towards Undyne. Xinqiu's going to be here. Looks like Nigma Galaxy will have to hold back from this one. XXS turning up as well. I mean, Sumail still wants to try and get back in. There's going to be the buyback. Okay, here we go, XM. Turns up with the buyback play. Joins them. They've got one. They ideally want to try and get this big kill against the Shaker. I mean, XM's going in for this, but Ghost turns up.
XM?
Uh-oh. He's got one more remnant left to throw out. So he should be fine. Still has XXS pushing forward, but the fish actually catches him. Oh my goodness, XM! Careful!
Sumail?
He's moving in.
He's blocked.
He's blocked it. Yeah, the fish from himself actually causing him issues there. Noob's in the river. XM, he's got to be so careful.
This is such chaos.
They're in with the rebound. They're going to kill XXS. I mean, they can try and dive this a bit, Nigma Galaxy. Fisher catches it onto Undyne. They get to dispose. They'll get the silencer as well. I mean,
good reaction from Nigma. The buyback from XM, he wanted to get that second kill.
Yeah, it's at the end, right? He's kind of getting involved in one of the support kills. And yeah, not getting the Shaker, not getting Sumail.
If he dies there, his respawn it becomes what?
Yeah, that's the thing.
50 seconds.
That's the thing, right? That's what he could be telling himself, right? It could have been a whole lot worse.
It could have been way worse.
It weren't great, but it could have been a whole lot worse because he didn't die back.
Yeah, but great responses. Nigma, I mean, TPing everybody in, even bringing the Drow, because Ghost is just having an absolute
You see this buybacking Ember Bar in your tier 1, you're straight over there.
Smoking up. Echo's still on cooldown. Or sorry, Invis on Sumail. Looking for Ame. They know that Sunder was down for some time, but it's actually going to come back up in a second here.
Ame. Oh.
He's got. Get the Sunder
Can he
off.
get? I mean, at the moment, it's not much use, right?
He can use an illusion plus Sunder it.
They'll do it now. Ame will get a little bit of help back up and turn towards Sumail, and he's able to deal with him.
Wow,
they still want Ame, though. The support, they want to try and finish off the job here on Nigma Galaxy. GH is dead, though. Omar, he will get the job done.
Xinqiu getting cleanup kills.
But it's cost them 3 lives. Can Noob do anything on his own? He's got the ult. They're just going to ravage him. They do not want to mess around with this Marcy. And
triple kill.
He turns up, gets the kills. He's going to be the new core in town. Triple kill.
Oh, and that kind of stopped everything from Nigma. That was their own
They
move.
went all in for that.
They went all in for that, and Ame just turns and sunders. I thought he was actually just going to spawn an illusion and sunder it because he has the soul fragment thing, so it comes out at full HP, but he actually just sunders Sumail and gets the kill, so that actually comes out perfectly for him. As Nigma, that whole lead that they've had.
Oh, he's still died, but I mean, you're absolutely right, right? If he'd done the play with the illusion, he would not have even died, right?
I don't think so, right? But sometimes it's hard to do because you're losing a chunk of HP while doing it, so you're like,
it's sure, then you're not going to get the chance. Yeah, it's tough call to make, yeah. Well, yep, Xtreme will take that.
They absolutely will.
Xinqiu, one of those supports that you don't mind seeing him getting a triple kill because you know he's going to make some crazy plays.
Absolutely.
Especially on the Wyvern.
Quite a bit of ultis there to be able to defend it, but yeah, well worth it. Tower bottom, looks like it probably should go down to Ghost. But XC strike back, 9-9. Let's see what build Xinqiu goes for, too. I'm very curious what he's going to go on this Wyvern. He's gone for the drums this game, nice and early. But I think this hero has a lot of different builds that you can go down, so yeah, definitely curious to see which one it's going to be. Blink can always be value, especially if you know where the Pugna is. You can always get good curses if there's a Drow, but looks like right now it's just going to be more team items.
GH doing his best here, trying to hold on to the tower against the 3 of them.
He's got a healing Lotus. He might have to use it.
Yep. Another slider fish, but the Decrepifier's at the ready. GH, he's out there.
Still almost dies on the 60 HP, but great decrypt to protect himself.
Sumail, Blink's close. So we're going to be ready for some big Shaker plays very soon. Tower's going to be gone, though. Xtreme, they take that down.
And XM, even though he bought back, his net worth isn't... it could be way worse, right? It could be quite a bit lower. It's still bottom of the cores, but it was, you know, him versus a Shaker. He bought back, so... Taking a look at the neutral items, I think these are the best ones, yeah. Orb of Destruction, Shovel, and the Clarity, I call it, the better Clarity.
Well, they're getting some pressure on themselves still. This top tower, Ame, pushing in. They're going to try and fight this. I mean, they've got the Blink right.
They do. Undyne has Global.
They're just going to drop the Echo onto XM. The Global comes out. Is it enough to give XM the chance to live? It is. He's able to get the Sleight of Fist off and the Remnant away. XM will survive the blink reveal there from Samael.
Got the decrypt to protect him. Can they get Undyne? Looks like they should be able to. Jinq's coming in for a curse.
And he's got the curse here. And now Noob is going to pop the Unleash. Tries to look towards Jinq. But actually not able to get on top of him. Maybe he can turn it back towards XXS. XXS has got the Ravage.
Right on Ghost, and Sumail catches him.
I mean, it tickled them. That was the very edge of the Ravage as well, right? Catching Omar and Sumail. That was a perfect one there from XXS. Catching them. They couldn't outrun those tentacles.
And those are those big ultis that they were talking about on the panel, right? The ones that can be very tricky, especially the Silencer versus Aeroshaker. You're never going to get your full combo off if the Silencer's either in the area or just has global up. Undyne able to get that off perfectly, and yeah, they utilize those ults. Probably the best way they could have. That Ravage was insane that it clipped them up there.
It really was. It was right on the edge. We'll see it on the top of the screen. I'll see this. I think.
What happened in that curse?
What do you mean? No, I think Jinq, he went for it because he saw obviously the Fleeting Fury from Noob after he rebounded. He's like, oh, he unleashed, but obviously he hadn't unleashed. It was just the facet from the jump.
Got it.
Because it was like, oh, he's going to destroy this Pugner. But no, it was just the one flurry from the Fleeting that he jumped in first with. So yeah, Jinq's got to, if he wants to look for the big curses, he's got to make sure it's the real Unleash being used.
Did Sumail just get tossed by Roche? Why is his HP so low? I think he got grabbed by Roche. Yeah, he did.
Yep.
It does so much damage.
Radiant's middle tower.
That whole lead completely gone. Just 2 moves. That's all it took. Bottom, them going for the TB, getting turned, losing 4 heroes, and top, losing 4 heroes again as well versus the ultis. And with the time that they have to get the ultis back up, almost everything's back. Ravage still 50, but Global's ready.
Yeah.
Got the counter versus Sumail every single time.
Yeah, it's just so terrifying, this team fight. BKB now, Noob.
It's a pretty fast timing from him. He's quite threatening at this point. He does have to watch out always because Cold Embrace is available. So Jinq, they have to know where this Wyvern is if they do want to go super aggressive. And he is getting close to Blink, so he is doing that. I kind of expected it when he's playing versus Bug and Drought.
Like Sam.
GH.
He's got the grab on him. GH is going to go for the TP out, but they'll just drop the curse.
Why not?
Well, this is the thing with sort of the array of big team fight ultimates. They know they don't really have to save all of them for the team fights, right? It's like one thing dropped independently here and there. Doesn't matter because they've got so many other ways to cover themselves in the fights.
Absolutely.
Ravage up.
And Ame he is starting to farm pretty hard.
He is.
Hasn't really been slowed down. He's got his shard, he's got his manta. He's actually running at Noob a bit here.
Yeah, he's got no fear.
Look at him go.
Yeah, puts the meta. He's ready to try and go for this. I mean, Noob tries to stand his ground with the Unleash. Not going to work with this many illusions up.
That's such a cool solo play there from Ame. Literally just walks in and kills a Marcy.
And it's a valuable kill, right? As we were saying, Noob, he's not underfarmed. He was having a pretty good time. Getting that quick BKB timing. It's not going to help you at all against that terribly. It just tears you apart.
It's good gold, but it's also the XP. I'm just watching the levels on Ame. Sometimes I've seen TBs get a bit under-leveled. He's level 14.
Sumail. He's going to get in with the Echo. And it's beautifully done.
No global.
Enough to just blow up Arme. I mean, you take that. Yeah, global silence forced out. You just easily killed Arme, who we were already talking about, who was so far ahead in the levels in gold.
Big kill.
That's a nice and easy one there for Sumail.
I think Undyne maybe was going through the twin gate as it happened, maybe? So his global came a second late. If he gets the global off pre-enchant totem,
that's true to interrupt the combo.
Probably turn, maybe. So it does get caught off guard, which will give Nigma the allowance to go for this Tormentor too.
There we go. Nobody getting close there, but they'll survive. Omar to get the shard. Also, what do you think of this? I feel like I've seen sort of mixed opinions online about these Shakers getting the Kaya early in the build. Are you a fan or not a fan? Worth the money or not worth the money?
Usually not the most worth it, but I understand
because some Shaker players do this. They do like to get it pretty early on in the build. And I feel like we've seen a lot of Shakers lose the game when with this build, and that's probably why it gets criticized. But I mean, I get it, right? If I'm playing Shaker, it's more damage, right?
Sure.
It feels good.
It feels incredibly appealing, right? It's a lot of spell amp. But yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing, right? Is it though? Because it's 10%, it's 2k gold.
Hey, the problem is it slows down your next items. Is this going to be a kill hit from Xingqiu? Looks like it just might be.
These are big kills as well. A couple of times now, they've been able to catch and kill Noob. And now that's going to be the blink.
Usually the problem for me with the Shaker is just, delays your BKB or delays your Aghanim quite a bit of time. But yeah, we'll see if it ends up working for Sumo. And maybe what he wants is just the big explosive damage out of the first thing, because he knows he's going to get global. I don't know, right? He just wants the Echo to just do as much as possible.
Sure. It's just, it's quite the investment, right?
It is,
2k gold.
Absolutely. Push commencing up top. No glyph available. This tower's going down.
Easy push for Arme.
The Ghost is still farming very well. It's just, they're losing control of the map a bit here when they lose that tier 2 as well. Now there's a lot of access points for XG to surround them. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing, right? Even though they have this farm on Nigma Galaxy, they're just not quite able to match the pressure that Xtreme's getting away with. They've just got a very nice, rounded sort of, here's the carry Terrorblade pushing the buildings. Here's the team fight ready to back it up. Yeah. What are you going to do about these plays?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the double support duo, right? These two are like they're the counter initiation fully, right?
Yeah, they're
global.
Probably two of the best counter initiating supports.
Yeah. So it can just break any type of jump that Nigma wants to go to. That's probably why you see them being patient and not wanting to make a move again. Because the last 2 times they made moves, it blew up in their face. So they're being more defensive now, it seems, on the side of Nigma Galaxy. But it's giving a lot of time to XG, who loves to play these kind of more farmy-heavy games. XXS, I believe he's going to go for the Blink Dagger. He's very close to having it if he wants to commit.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty huge. And then they've got what's sort of the double blink.
Double blink.
The initiation from XXS, and then the counter initiation from Xingqiu.
And then they've got the Ember, who naturally can just jump in as well, too, right as Omar.
He's going to go for the fear TP, and that'll get him out. Smooth moves, saves himself. Same time over the mid, Samael.
The 2 supports.
They're kind of causing him some issues. They're going to pop the global. XM's able to jump across. Samael's going down.
The 2 supports just setting it up onto him completely. Ghost, he'll have to Manta. GH should be okay for now. And
that's kind of the problem as well, right? Nigma Galaxy, they did have Ghost and GH there, but they're not even able to punish the silencer.
And in the meantime, too, Ame is just not really under much pressure. He's died twice earlier, and whenever the Shaker's dead, he feels free to go wherever he wants. And these moves, they're hitting pretty hard. All these curses are very impactful. I mean, Xingqiu is having a hell of a performance on this first pick Wyvern. 5, 2, and 9 right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Right?
I mean, as you were saying, right, this is something that Xtreme do. They'll just pick these kind of crazy heroes out first pick, and they just don't care. And they have good games with them.
They've done now, I think, 3 of the games that I've seen them do. They did a Slark first pick, I believe it was one game, an Undying first pick, another one of the games, and now this Wyvern first pick, which is working honestly quite perfectly. He's catching up to some of the cores. He's very close to the Marcy now at this point. XG starting to take full control of this game, it feels. As Nigma trying to set something up, but it's off the mark.
Dire's middle tower.
I mean, they've got to try for a smoke play, right?
They just did.
When this global, I mean, sure, but I mean, I guess it's...
They just tried.
Have they not got another one? Is it try again? I don't know.
Did they actually have another one? I don't... Oh, yeah, they did have another one.
Noob's got one.
But now it's getting close to where Global is going to be coming back up, so maybe
I guess that was your window.
Move again.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's tough to go for these pressure plays on Nigma versus this very defensive lineup that XG's gone for. SGH. Let's get the decrypt off.
Yeah, they don't want to put too many resources in chasing GH down.
XXS wants to.
Okay, he's got dead in the water. All right, with that, he'll go for it. It's a dead Pugner. Noob.
They're getting up.
He was watching from the side, but now they've found him. He was just kind of chilling there. Uh-oh. Well, he's dead.
That's awkward.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
have completely fallen apart.
And this is the thing, right, that I feel is going to feel kind of bad for Nigma Galaxy. They got this really good BKB timing on their offlane Marcy for Noob, but they've not found an opportunity to really make anything happen with it. He's not even pressed it yet because they just haven't found a situation in which to kind of do something around it.
I think they truly are just terrified of this counter initiation after the two fights that went poorly for them, and now they're sitting back farming, maybe waiting for those, you know, for the BKB on the Shaker and for whenever Ghost feels like he's going to be safe enough to join the fights, maybe with a BKB also.
Sure.
But yeah, this is problematic. XG's just getting pretty much everything, it feels like, in the last 10 minutes.
Oh. Well, he went for it. There's a swing and a miss.
And he doesn't have his BKB. He's gone.
I mean, that... Even on a good day, that's a risk, that's a ballsy play, right? To just go for a blind echo.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, they're only, I say, you know, the goal difference doesn't look too terrible right now, but I feel that going for that play definitely says something about how Nigma Galaxy feel in this moment.
Game state, yeah.
You know what I mean? If they're going for that sort of stuff, they feel that this is not feeling too hot.
You know what's wild?
Yeah.
They got the Aegis and the win probability actually went down for XG after the Echo Slam misses. I don't understand this win probability anymore.
Yeah, that is a bit strange.
That's definitely a strange.
Who knows?
Ame, another tower to be claimed. And he's just cruising at this point.
He's chilling. I mean, he's going to get to go for this Revenant's Brooch next, just after the Manta. Hurricane Pike.
That's really nice for us to draw. He can even potentially throw a Blink into his build at some point, too, to follow up with his team with the Blink Ravage. See if he does want to do so. The smoke's coming up. Nigma's looking to strike again. Global is on cooldown, but there is a curse. Jinq is at the ready.
They don't have the Echo Slam. They're going to try and burst it, but Jinq's in.
Big Ravage.
The Ravage and the curse, it's a little awkward, comes out at the same time, but should still be enough for them to have this fight under their hands. Noob will get the jump onto Undyne, so Noob's able to take up the silencer. Actually, maybe at the end of the day, the overlapping of the ults is gonna hurt them. Yeah, Ame forces away with the Hurricane Pike. Noob makes the jump forward. They'll take the Aegis out of his hands. So they can do it a second time. XM trying to go over towards GH, but GH is able to heal up with the Life Train. Now Noob comes out with the BKB. Dispose onto Ame. They have the Cold Embrace there to keep Ame safe. Noob is trying to run away, but there's very little place that he can get out. In fact, he's kind of blocked in by Jinq.
Ends up not mattering, actually.
Yeah, for a moment it looked like, okay, maybe with those two ults kind of not, you know, kind of being wasted on one another. There was a chance for Nigma Galaxy, but no, there wasn't. Nope. They still lose the fight, Nigma Galaxy.
And that truly says the game state, right? The fact that they overlap the Ravage plus the Curse, and Nigma can't get a single kill out of it. So, well, they get an Aegis, I guess, but yeah.
Definitely a shame there, though, for Xtreme Gaming, because either one of those spells would have been great, right? It was like a 3-man Ravage or a 3-man Curse.
Yep.
They were both just too good at their individual jobs there.
These this off lane, right? The 3 and 4 position just too quick for each other.
I mean, if you're on the team, who is that on? Who you say, hey, you should have waited for me, bro? Who had the right to ult the most there?
Ooh, that's I don't know who I can. I think it's actually a 50-50 because you can set up the argument for both, right?
Sure.
A Curse into a Ravage is really good, but a Ravage into a Curse is also it's too hard to say. Can't blame either of them. And they've both had some pretty incredible games in this tournament so far, too. I mean, XXS is literally carried as that Centaur offlane, and Jinq has had some pretty crazy performances. Especially this game.
Oh, Noob.
Look at himself.
Yeah, that's using Unleash there to take out the anchor.
Jinq. He's got a Witchblade now, too, so even more damage going to be coming out from this Wyvern. That's just difficult. So Nigma, they have to, for team fights, it's like they have to get on both of the backline supports. Now they do have the BKB on the Shaker, but yeah, they have to get like a smoke wraparound to find these two. Otherwise, these fights just look so complicated. It's always just going to get counter-initiated. But now at this point, too, it's XXS is always going to be there to probably help them because he's actually gotten so farmed after all these moments of just sitting back. And I mean, the last 15 minutes have been dominant from XG. So he's got Blink, he's got Ags, his Ravage is back at the ready. Just feels like they always have their ults ready for every team fight.
Yeah. So Mel's got the BKB now. So. Okay. A bit of a better chance, but obviously, yeah, the reverberating silence from the global is still not going to be fun for him.
No, it truly messes up everything. I mean, Silencer. I mean, I'm going to do another thing which I feel like I've done too much lately. But Silencer versus in Dota 1, Dota 2 is even in the beginning has always been really devastating to play as the Shaker. Super difficult for you to ever get your combos off.
What can they get with the smoke? It's into everything. So. Difficult smoke to go for, but as I say, they're feeling a bit desperate now, Nigma Galaxy.
They're trying to get this wraparound, right? They're trying to find that backline, but XG's just ready. They're smoking up themselves. XM.
What do they do?
He's got BKB Mage Slayer and the Kai already finished up on this Ember Spirit too. I mean, we didn't really talk too much about how XM's game has gone. He's 6-1-10 after that laning phase. So.
Well, they're going to find GH. Sending the illusions. They're going to know that Nigma Galaxy's up here now.
Oh, this is awkward.
Oh, they're in!
In his face.
Straight away, are making the jump immediately onwards Ghost to get the BKB off as he tries to run. He's trying to go for the twin gate, trying to get away from this, but the curse holds him back. Sumail will be able to BKB TP out, but Ghost will fall. They clean up the three of them, and they're able to turn towards the Tormentor. They do lose Undyne, but they do not mind that whatsoever. Xtreme, as once again, the team fight, it's theirs.
Every team fight has been an absolute stomp so far. XG just perfectly landing the spells. They get the Ravage literally in the face of the Drow. You couldn't ask for a better setup there from XXS. And then the Curse follow-up on that BKB attempt to TP out, or Twin Gate out.
I mean, how do they fight this Nigma Galaxy?
I honestly don't know. It just looks like every single time the fights start in a pretty disastrous way. They showed their Pugna, one of their saving heroes. And Sumail just, he feels like he can't initiate, right? Because of the counter initiation.
And just, yeah, as soon as Ghost shows, they go for him. Noob. Well, he's having to deal with the illusions.
He's got to be careful. I mean, Ame is toying with him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Noob's farm has completely disappeared, right? We said he got a pretty good timing on his BKB.
And that was about it.
That was about it.
Yep.
Hasn't been able to do anything with it.
I mean, Xinqiu's about to overtake him.
Sure is.
Give it one more good team fight for Xtreme.
And they're getting closer to, they're getting close to some big items on these supports too. They're able to go greedy. I mean, Xinqiu has already been going full greedy, but look at Undyne. He's going for the Aghanims. He's actually halfway already there.
Yeah, this game went quite downhill for Nigma Galaxy.
Fast.
The lanes, it was like, all right, these guys are cooking, but whatever they're cooking, it got burnt. Pretty badly hit. Now, XM on his last pick, Amber, 6-1-13. This is why he insta-picked it. He didn't care. He knew he was going to have a good game. Doesn't matter about the lane.
Yeah, they've just played it, honestly, so nice the way that they're patient, right? Waiting for, like, just those team fights. Get caught back up on XXS and then just wait for the overextensions. And all it really took was, like, 2, right? Those 2 plays that they made on the side of Nigma has just catapulted forward for XG to just get all these other setups.
I mean, yeah, Sumail's got to be careful here. They were eyeing up him in that mid lane.
Yeah, they were backpacking the Vlads on XXS to hide to potentially go for the setup. Full Scotty now also on Ame, level 21, continuing to hit some pretty crazy numbers.
Nigma Galaxy, what are they close to?
I keep checking. The thing is that they got the BKBs quite some time ago, the triple BKBs, but they haven't been able to do anything with them versus the big team fights, which is usually what you want to have, you know, your timing of BKBs look good versus. It's like, okay, they've got all their big team fight ultis, we got our BKBs, we can counter it. Not been the case whatsoever. So, yeah, I'm not too certain on.
It's a tough one.
It's a tough one. They just have to get better angles of approach into these team fights in particular.
Omar. They'll get out with the TPs. They won't drop any ults for these.
GH. Looks like he should be able to get out as well.
That's the one benefit, right? If the Ember's not around, it's kind of what they've got the dead in the water, but other than that, it's the ultimates that they'd have to use to cancel some of these TP outs, which they don't want to do. I mean, at the moment for Xtreme, finding these little kills on the map, it doesn't really mean much for them. You know, they're more interested in just keeping the waves pushed in and looking to save everything for what could be quite the aggressive play. You know, they've very much got a lineup that could just blink up to the high ground. You know, if XXS sees a good opportunity to once again get in with the Ravage on top of Ghost, he'll go for it, even if it's in the base of Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, they just have such a good lineup of hybrid damage too, right, to follow up. So the Gush now at this point with the Aghanims is going to be fantastic with the Ember and the Terrorblade.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Nigma's just trying to farm up for something here. I mean, they did get the Revenant's Brooch now onto Noob, which will help his damage a lot versus the TB, but they still just have so many answers, it feels like, as Omar.
Look at that damage.
I mean, Ame is just getting a bunch of kind of like solo plays for himself. He gets the kill, and bottom.
They're going to find GH. Supports of Nigma Galaxy continue to suffer. They drop a global. What was that for? Is that just to kill GH?
I think so.
I guess, yeah.
It's bullying.
All right.
Because they're like, he's going to life drain and he's going to stand there, so we have to global. But now he's life draining and standing there anyway.
He's actually being quite annoying. They can't kill him. Oh, meanwhile.
In the back.
Oh, okay. Well, he's struggling. He's running up and down. He don't know where to go. He's dead.
Sumail's game. Just so hard. Everywhere he goes, just seems that he runs into 2 or 3 heroes.
And Parasma, I mean, Jinku's ready to have some fun now.
He's really playing like Jinku does, you know? Yeah, I love his build. Across the board, they played this very nice. Pretty cookie cutter, I would say, in terms of like itemization on the side of XG, but that's all you really need to do if they're this confident in the draft. And you can see, yeah, like you said, you can see why they last picked the Ember.
Exactly. Yes.
It was an instant last pick. So.
It really does seem that they, at that point in the draft, were like, well, we got everything that we wanted to get. What rounds us up nicely, an Ember. It rounds it up so nicely that we just do not care what they're going to last pick, what they're going to do with their draft. We already got everything. It very much seems like that was the vibe from Xtreme at the end of this draft. And we're seeing it in their play. Yeah, they look very comfortable here.
Oh my god, Owen. They're about to have an AC done on the Tide, and he's hit level 20, so everyone's going to have minus 15 armor if they get hit by the Gush.
So he just gets slighted, or
a slider,
either a curse where you're hitting each other, you're just tearing each other apart, or you see Army just even sending some illusions in hitting you. They're going to hit like a truck.
And they've got the plus, it's both benefits it gives, right? It gives the plus armor as well versus the Drow Ranger and the Marcy too, so not your usual itemization you would see from a Tide Earner, but I can absolutely understand why XXS went for it when he's got this type of game. He's top 3 net worth. Remember, XXS actually had no lane.
Yeah, he was getting completely bullied, Tom. They were destroying him. Well, here we are.
XG. And they're fully, everyone is just like, okay, there's no pressure on us, so we can just continue farming up that next item. Undyne's about to have the Aghanims. Ame, he is going to go for that Blink next, so he can get on top of the Drow Ranger and follow up with the Ravage. Ticking all the boxes. And for Nigma, it's just, yeah, they're farming, but it's... I don't see the big next item in particular. They just need to get the big angle is really what it is in order to find that big team fight. But it's, yeah, so hard when they're playing versus constant Aegis, constant every ultimate up.
I mean, just, if you're Nigma Galaxy, what are you looking at from this game and saying this was the problem? Is it
that bottom fight?
It was just, it was.
I think that was the biggest one.
You know, if you rerun this back, this draft can work. It's not there's nothing necessarily wrong with the draft.
I mean, it can. I definitely did think XG's was more well-rounded in a way, but I definitely could see where Nigma's on paper could work with the Drow, but definitely feeling the weakness of some of the things. But yeah, I think that bottom play really, it just like stopped all of their momentum, and then the top play as well happened afterwards and hurt it even more. And there's been pretty much nothing else that's happened, right? They were at 12 kills.
They couldn't do anything.
I think at the 13-minute mark, and now they're at 14, so they haven't been able to find objectives because of the big team fight lineup, and they haven't been able to find kills.
Oh, Noob. He'll get the jump away.
That was an interesting interaction. I think the anchor wasn't on him just yet, but he's still getting poked. He will survive. Raxes have fallen. Meta is about to wear off, but they still have 2 minutes on Aegis, so they're just going to stick around. Looks like it.
They've got to try something soon. They just haven't been able to do anything, really, for like the last 20 minutes.
Full Swift Blink. Ame is like full slotted already.
Yeah, he is cruising through this game.
Almost level 25 as well. How do you approach these team fights now at this point? Again, it's got to be from some type of wraparound, finding the back line, but yeah, super complicated. They're going to go for the smoke. But walking into this vicinity is not easy at all.
Yeah, Xtreme's ready for them. There's Noob. He's just dead. He didn't even want to put the BKB.
He didn't even pop the Gale Guard either. He just died.
Oh, yeah, Gale Guard as well. Yeah.
He just died.
I mean...
Maybe didn't expect how much damage it was going to end up being there, but...
Yeah.
I mean, he did take quite a lot.
Well... The vibes probably aren't great, you know? They know that this one is like, well, what do you do? Yeah. What can you do right now?
Ame waiting in the wings. He's got the Blink Sunder if he sees a target that he wants to go for. They can just full Blink commit if they see an opportunity.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah. Ame puts down Illusion. Sunders it back up. He takes the Sunder cooldown Talon.
How many percent's the old DOTA Plus giving them right now?
Let's take a look. 4%.
4%. It's better than 1. It's better than 2, better than 3.
Ghost.
Here we go.
It is
They're in. They get the jump onto the drow. No buyback on Ghost available. They find Sumail at the side. He's going to try and run. They're going to chase. Remnant in from XM. Sumail's going to go for the BKB TP out, but they've got the curse to stop it. Sumail is dead. This game, it's over.
It's been over.
It is
XG.
very over.
After laning phase, things are looking good for Nigma Galaxy, but then a true masterclass from XG, right?
Yeah,
they played it perfectly with their ults and stopped any moves that Nigma could go for.
There we go. They're going to try. But there's no Sumail buyback. There's no Ghost buyback. There's nothing to be done here. XG, they're closing it up. They'll pick up some more kills on the way out. And there it is. Genius call. Xtreme Gaming will take this game 1.
In a very XG style. Took them a little bit, first 10 minutes or so, a little bit slow, but then boom. As soon as they get those timings, it's just smooth.
Here for Nigma Galaxy and Xtreme Gaming. And folks, what do we make of this? We're seeing some similarities, differences, right? We're starting the draft from XG in a similar way. We get that Wyvern from Xingqiu. This time, the Shaker comes out for Sumail again. It's last pick this time. So it gives Xtreme the chance to pick something responsible. We've got this Quap coming out from XM. And then the main one I feel that's going to be the change-up is Nigma Galaxy. They're going to try and do it around a different carry, right? This time, we're getting the Morphling come out. Also, another Grandmaster Tier 1. It's one he's very experienced on. How does it look for a Morph to be able to carry this game?
I mean, not the worst by any means, right? There's limited disable.
Yep.
Him, it's literally just the Mars, so he can have a lot of liberty. It's just the burst damage. I think that's my concern for him. The Quap plus the NP ult in the early game, it's so much damage, right? We've seen that Wrath of Nature be, like, if they do it with the wards, with the maximum bounce damage, right? It's like 450 plus damage, plus the Sonic Wave, plus the Scream. That could catch him off guard, but they ideally wanted this because they see the Undying, you know, you can turn into him, drop the Tombstone for the team fight, so... I mean, overall, it's a much better hero than Drow Ranger, so Ghost, we'll see how he's going to be able to do here. Xingqiu, break the smoke. He gets a hit onto Noob, so puts that debuff onto him. Decent amount of damage. Do they want to fight this? They'll just get a decay to start it off. XXS does not get the click on it. Ghost is able to claim it. So for me, what I think I see, at least from XG, is they're stronger in lanes this time, especially, right? Because last game they did have a little bit of weaknesses in the lanes. They exploded after that, the 10-12 minute mark. This time I think they've gone for much more lane dominance. They have the Quap versus the Earthshaker counterpick. They have the Undying versus the Marcy. So to me, it looks like they want to come out even stronger out of the lanes, besides just having strong team fight in that mid game. Well, for Nigma, it looks, you know, like you said, quite a bit of the same, right? One of the concerns that I do have for Nigma is just lacking a frontliner again.
Yeah, like who is going in?
It's just got to be like a blink start initiation. A Noob kind of just has to go, and we'll see if it works. The Marcy's just, I'm not sure about this hero still at the moment. I know she's gotten so many buffs, so many different changes, but if I'm not mistaken, this hero still has, I think, the lowest professional win rate in all of pro games. Yeah. So we'll see what Noob's going to be able to do this time around. Because last time,
he had a tough game.
He got a quick BKB, but he did nothing with it. Literally nothing.
No, I felt it was like, what, 5 minutes maybe at least after he bought the BKB before he actually found a chance to kind of use it in a situation.
Yeah.
To make a move. It was pretty rough.
Yeah, in this top lane, they have the Bat Rider, which can help a bit versus the Undying, but I feel like this lane is going to be very difficult for Noob this time around. Let's see how it goes, though.
Now trying to go on to Undying. They might just have him. He'll get another decay off.
It's okay. Now Noob has to be careful as he's got down to 100 HP before going for a CS.
I mean, that's rough, right? You don't get the support kill and you've traded away a lot of your life for that.
Sometimes can be the issue versus these Undyings. I mean, he has 12 strength built up, so... And he does get the D ward and he blocks the hard camp. And Ame does get all 4 last hits on the first wave. And yeah, XM, I like what Lacoste was saying about this overall now for the Queen of Pain. Since you can't refill bottles anymore, this hero can actually bully way more, it feels. Because you just get these Shadow Strike points and you're always able to claim the runes with Blink. It does seem a pretty cool approach versus the Shaker and also versus the Morphling, right? So.
Yeah, I guess at least for Sumail with this game, he doesn't have to worry about a silencer.
Very true.
So in terms of him being able to get sort of these crazy jumps, echo combos off in team fights, should be easier for him this time.
Should definitely be much, much easier. It's just they need to have somebody to give him the information at the start of these fights. One of these other two's jumping and maybe initiating or giving their lives for him to get that info, to get the jump.
Mid lane dead even so far between Sumail and XM.
So it's always at the 3, right? 3, that's when it starts to get much harder for the Shaker. Level 2 on the dagger. GH.
Gonna get the spear connection. Won't have enough to quite finish him off.
This is probably the lane to watch for the balance of things. The 50-50 down here between the Mars Wyvern and the Tusk, plus the Morph top. Ame.
Oh, they're gonna go for him. Yeah, they can't continue the chase down, and again, Noob's just going to lose a lot of his life for these efforts.
They just cannot deal with the tree at all in this lane.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much what managed to last its full duration, and they've
0
only
damage.
tickled it. Yeah.
And the other thing, too, for this lane, sometimes in dying, because he's just spamming decays so much, he does run out of mana, but he's playing versus Batrider. So he is getting the benefit of getting these little extra stick charges constantly so he can keep the decay spam onto Noob. Bottom again, XXS, they're getting aggro onto him.
Nice, good spear though. Pushes back GH, they're not able to stay on top of him. It's difficult to make these aggressive moves in the lanes for Nigma Galaxy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Sumail is starting to just manipulate creep wave since he doesn't want to play head up versus the Quap, so this is a nice move. He actually got the full drag behind the tower here. Unfortunately for him, it does get onto the range creep first, so he's only going to be able to get maybe 1, max 2 denies in the wave, but at the least, we'll be able to get some free last hits here. XM. We'll still continue to bully every time dagger's up. They keep getting double decayed top. It's really hurting Noob. He's not able to get many last hits up here. 7 on him at the moment to the 18 of the Nature's Prophet. And this is ideally when you pick this type of lane, right? Marcy plus Bat, this is a killing lane. But you can't actually go for the kills because you're playing versus Undying on the Undying.
Yeah, this pick seems to be really strong.
Yeah.
For
He knows
just
how
trying to stop them from what they want to achieve with this duo.
And he knows exactly what he's doing when he's playing this year, right? They first picked it yesterday. He's he's actually about to be a master tier, right? He's level 24 on the Undying. One of his most
Which is pretty
played.
rare, right?
Yeah, it's his most played, right? I think you said yesterday. Or one of his most played.
I think it was one of his most played, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a comfort thing for him, and we're seeing why. Mid, Jin-Q. Able to get that rune denied away from Sumail. Sumail is handling it, though. 23-5 to the 23. He is doing fantastic in the mid lane. Even though he's playing versus the Quap with 2 points in dagger, that creep drag that he was able to get off was pretty huge for him. Although he won't get the refill, he's handling that pressure.
Bottom lane.
Ghost.
And each time they try and make a move, it's just not working out for them.
GH taking a fair bit of damage here, too.
XXS just a bit too beefy, and Jin-Q, he can just provide that much as sort of a counterplay anytime Nigma Galaxy go aggressive onto the Mars.
It's a lot of burst damage that they have down here on the side of Xtreme. If you just like overstep on Ghost and you don't shift properly, you could just die to the Cold Embrace plus or the Splinter Blast plus a spear.
Yeah, Smell.
Let's be cautious here. GH. GH is so low down here. He's got the raindrop benefit to at least absorb one of the nukes, but must be very careful. No kills just yet. Lane's going better for XG as we kind of figured that they would. GH, he's just gonna suicide so that he can come back healthy since he was sitting at like 100 HP. 20 seconds though that Ghost is alone. But he's got the lane in a good spot. Power rune it. See who gets it. XM has hit 6. Sumail still a bit off of it.
Radiant are scared.
Noob is actually even making the move.
Yeah, they want to try and maybe contest this if he goes for a Pantay. It's going to be down bottom anyway, so XM will have that easily.
They even shifted the 3 position over to try to secure that. They get a bit unlucky. Sumail now.
They're going to jump in for him.
He's not 6. He is looking at
very dead.
Pretty dead.
Yep. XM might not even need to use the Sonic Wave. He will.
Efficiency. He hits the creep wave too, and now they're TPing. It looked like instantly with Ame, but he gets gone on. They actually have 3 heroes on him.
TP backup coming in. But the Tombstone drop down. They will kill off Ame, but can they get out of here?
Big nukes. Can they TP? Noob can.
Noob's going to get out. Omar He's getting chased by the zombie. The triple kill there. XM continuing from that kill he got in mid, turns up top, gets the 2 up there. So overall, a triple for the Quap off the back of that move.
Very well worth it there for XM, and it's all with an Arcane Rune too, so his TP's gonna come back up faster, the ult as well in 50 seconds. Very solid move. A good move from Nigma at least to punish the Nature's Prophet when he was trying to TP mid and go for the push, but now Ame respawns and he's gonna go for the push anyway because they still have the catapult wave there. So this mid tower likely to just die from this rotation unless they shift over.
SML's gonna need some backup.
They've got 3 here on him though.
XM tanking the tower, but he can kind of do that right now. He's GH.
Get the deny.
He's getting in on this. They want to try and fight this. Xingqiu should be pretty dead. Cold Embrace will only buy him a little bit of time, so they get the Wyvern kill. But the rest of them, XM and Ame, are safe.
But they get the deny too, so decent rotation at least, bringing those 4 heroes to get the kill plus that deny to stop that extra snowball that could come out from XG. Ame, still not quite level 6. The XM having a very, very good start. Power rune, 10 seconds. He's set up for it. They're even going to bring Xingqiu again to set up for that rune. Sumail.
He's looking pretty dead.
Another Sonic Wave.
It's back up. Sumail's in trouble. He's going down.
He actually throws the Echo as well.
I mean, that wasn't going to do anything.
No, there was no creeps, nothing. That was a big whiff there.
Okay.
I don't think he anticipated that the Sonic's up again. Do they have enough?
Ooh,
they do.
There we go, noob. Same time down bottom. They're going to go for Undying, and they'll be able to take him out and his Tombstone.
That was the other Tombstone.
Can we get anything else here? GH is going to go down. Ghost and Omar have to run.
That was Ghost Tombstone, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, there's 2 Tombstones.
It's one of the big reasons why, I mean, you see like the Morph pick versus the Undying.
Just turn and drop it early. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Away. Immediately, Ame was more at the ready than they were, and this tower also likely to fall. XG kicking up the pressure. And those kills on, I mean, that kill on Sumail is massive, right? Him using Echo Slam also means 75 seconds that he can't actually perhaps look to set up.
They want to try and defend this. The tower's gone. They make the jump onto Ame, but XXX is able to push them back. Waveform in from Ghost, gets it on top of Ame, but the Soul River Heal comes in. Ame still goes down. Do they find anything more in Nigma Galaxy? Ghost pretty low on mana and HP. Omar's got the stick charges. Spear pushing back, doesn't latch.
XM is connecting.
The Splinter Blast. Omar should go down as the Decay from Undying finishes him off.
Noob might not be so lucky. XM is cutting them off. He has spells up. He's going to go for Ghost instead.
He wants the big target. Waveform's up in a few seconds.
They'll be okay. They'll be able to get away. Again, great pressure though. Even though Ame does go down, he's still top net worth. He's able to just TP back up to his lane and defend it, and they get the tower. So 2 tier 1s claimed pre-10 minutes for the side of XG.
How are we doing on the timings here for Sumail? 1600 onto the walls of the blink.
And Echo is going to be back up in about 15 seconds. But yeah, his game's gotten slowed down a decent amount. His farm, 900 behind the Quap.
We'll see if they can just find that opportunity to make these blink plays. But even when the blink's there, there is going to be answers from Xtreme. Even if it's just sort of Xingqiu waiting in the wings, ready to respond with a solid curse.
It looks like this game he is prioritizing getting the blink even earlier. Since he doesn't have the, luxury of a global silence, he's going to have to be that main counter initiation, him and the Mars.
He's going to echo for the stacks. Get the blink money.
I think so, yeah. Bang.
There we go. That's the blink dagger done.
And they reveal that he is there, or they reveal that they have the ward. Nature's Prophet ult bounces. He will be able to back away, and that's the blink attained.
Omar.
Maybe didn't anticipate that they were going to be there. And smoke looks like it should connect. Omar, no Firefly. Looking pretty dead. Next blink scream. They don't even need it.
Noob's getting a bit of space top, but still having the tougher time right now.
It's having the toughest time. Does have an easier matchup, I would say, this game when he's playing versus the core hero, though, right? Last game, he's playing versus TB with like 20 armor. So if he does jump on top of him, he can't just get turned. If he gets on Ame, when he's alone, Noob can actually do quite a bit here, since Ninja's probably just that much squishier than something like the TB. But Ame plays it careful. He backs up to the jungle, doesn't get caught from it. Close to blink on XXS also. Nigma gonna look for the smoke up. They've got no Echo Slam, but they do have Lasso to follow up on a combo. It's gonna be around the power rune. Will spawn bottom. XM's gonna blink into them.
Force them out. So we get the rune and blink out.
They don't have the damage between the two of them to go for XM at this point. He's got 1200 HP, or 1400 on Strength Shreds. It's very close to the Dagon too. They're gonna smoke up themselves. They're gonna bring the Undying in as well.
Okay, they know well, Echo's still down for about 30 seconds.
And they know that. They saw him use it on those Ancients, so they're very well aware that it is on cooldown. They might just run directly into Sumail and Omar.
They're gonna find him. Straight in they go, Sumail. He's gonna go down. Omar, can he get out of this?
There's a Sonic Wave and a zombie still on him. Oh, that's cool. The Splinter Blast on the zombie.
I didn't even drop the Sonic Wave for him.
XM. 6-1 this game. The Dagon is finished. He's already got the big burst damage versus the Morphling very early on. Pre-13 minutes.
I mean, what's the plan from Nigma Galaxy? I feel like as soon as Sumail's back up, they got to go for a smoke, right? They've got to try and get something done with this Echo.
They do have to be cautious, though. The counter initiation, it is there. They've got the blink finished up on the Mars, so he has to get it on a big target. Set up on bottom, maybe anticipating that they're going to make a move onto Ghost here, but not actually the case right now from XG. They show themselves in mid.
So let's see what Sumail's got.
Sees XXS. They could potentially set up for this here.
They'll go for the setup.
Oh, spear off the mark.
They'll get the kill.
If they connect the spear, they don't have to use the Echo, so it is going to be 2 minutes without that, but a kill nonetheless. Ghost will be able to claim. And Ghost's farm, still pretty solid. Keeping himself at a good range between Ame. And it is all about Ghost. I mean, Fear said it himself, right? This is a game where Ghost, he really does have to go beyond godlike, it feels. So far, 2-0.
And you would say you believe more in the potential of a Morph to be able to carry this game as opposed to a Drow being able to carry the last game?
A billion X. Yeah. A billion-fold, probably, I would say. XG. Blink up for XXS. They want to be more active. They've got the Dagon at the ready, too. They've got the ward down, too, so they're going to get information. They're going to see Noob.
They're going to catch both supports. Snowball's going to come. Oh, no, not supports. The offlaner and GH. Noob and GH. They just get them both. They make it look easy.
And they can take the double stack if they'd like to with the Tombstone. Looks like Undying at least will. He'll take it himself. XM can continue looking for plays on the map.
That's just going to slow down that BKB for Noob even more.
Yep. They really, I feel like they really do have the number of Marcy. They just know how to play versus it in a lot of these situations. And even when he has BKB, right, it's not the easiest of games when you're playing versus the Mars to jump into the arena versus the Cold Embrace. Like I said, his matchup versus the NP can be decent. Just with the supporting cast, it makes it a lot more complicated. Top tower, it's another one gonna be claimed. I mean, XG's getting the kills again. They're getting the objectives again, and Nigma's not getting the even close to touching towers. I mean, that's only that top tower's taken half HP. The other two are full HP.
They're gonna go for the Tormentor.
Right, can they get this objective? I mean, Jinq is in the area.
He's got Curse.
He's got a ward.
He's just gonna step up and Curse. They're gonna kill him. The Recursive is gonna bounce over towards the Morph.
And the team's connecting. Ame.
He's got the Sprout on GH. He's able to block him off as well as he makes the Treant. GH tries to roll away with the Snowball, but he's gone.
Jinq is, what a menace.
I mean,
the ward right on top of the Tormentor. Perfect setup for the Curse.
It was risky to try and go for that Tormentor anyway, right? There's still a tier 1 up. There's backup potential to be coming in around this time. They try it, but it does not work out for them.
Dagon to clean it up. Jinq is just one step ahead, it feels like, in both games. This Wyvern first pick working beautifully for them, and soon to, I mean, the two supports soon to surpass that Marcy in the offlane after these moves. After getting that Tormentor plus kills, 7K lead. And this was the one time that Nigma was like, oh, we can actually get an objective, right? They haven't been able to hit a tower.
Yep.
They go for this one.
They tried.
He's just too ready. Jinq in particular. And they're playing it very methodically, I would say, on the side of XG. Ame playing a little bit more careful with his positioning since he did die twice, but his farm is still great. There's having the rest of the team make those big moves, and now he's got his Mjolnir to get that farm increase even faster. Omar does have Blink, so now they do have a secondary way to start fights. No BKB yet onto Noob.
And what do you make of this as well? We're going to see Samel go for a different build this time. Last game went for the Blink Kaya. This time he's going to go for the Blink Ags.
Okay. I mean, similar things sometimes where it's like you need the BKB, you know, but it's not. It's what he opts to go for. My only issue is you're playing versus Mars, so, you know, if he drops that arena down, you can't really totem. Can't totem in or out, you know, so.
Yeah, that arena wall goes all the way up.
It sure does.
Can't jump over that one.
So that's my other concern about it's still about not having like the BKB build, but we've seen a couple players do this, right? I think we were talking in the green room too. I think we saw BZM do the Kaya build one game too. So mid lane, using Q, sitting behind XXS in case any aggressive moves come out. Omar, that's his Blink reveal.
Oh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nigma Galaxy just unable to find anything.
GH doesn't really want to show himself here.
Maybe just blocks a camp or something, blocks an ancient.
Noob's nearly got his BKB.
Okay. I mean, it feels like he desperately needs it to be that frontliner for the team, because so far they're not able to get the best setups so far with the Echoes as Noob.
It's going to be all right. Oh, no, the spear! He's not going to be all right! XXS is able to close the gap! That's the BKB put on hold again.
They just keep finding these kills, keep slowing down any potential timing from the side of Nigma. Like I said, Ghost is still farming well, but they're finding these really nice pickoffs over and over again. These supports, yep, they're catching up to the offlane and the mid of the side of Nigma Galaxy.
Yep, and they really are.
And they're getting closer to Jinkyu having that Blink. He did end up going for the drums first again anyway, but then they're going to have the follow-up for the curse, or follow-up with the curse for the arena, or for any of the aggressive plays.
Is under attack.
It's been a very slow game for the side of Nigma Galaxy.
It does just, unfortunately for them, feel like they've again got to this point where, what sort of moves can they make? Maybe this one. That's so in. They get the catch onto XXS, they've got the burst. There we
They're
go.
killing the Mars. That's the second time they've been able to find him there with GH, but they will lose their 2-2 out of it. But he did hang on to Echo Slam this time around. That's the important thing.
Yeah, so could still look for potentially another move. Ghost is pushing pretty aggressively top.
He's got backup of GH, but he did use his Manta, so does have to be a little careful. GH. Go back away.
And there's the BKB. So Noob's got his BKB. Smell, very close to the Aghanim's, about 600 gold and he'll have the point booster.
I feel like it's smoke time, right?
I think you gotta go.
You pair up the Bat, the Shaker, and the Marcy, and you probably want to try to look for something. The positioning in the lanes, though, isn't really the greatest. Bottom lane is very pushed in. Mid lane also has a Treant with a Mjolnir pushing. So maybe you have to wait till you do it. After you push out these lanes, maybe you try to go for it.
We'll see if Ghost continues this. I mean, obviously, the trend for a while now on these calls. Do you think do you like that he's getting a Glimmer Cape on his build-up?
I haven't seen it on the Morph.
On the
I've
Morph.
seen it on like these PAs.
Yes.
They have like the S and Ys, they have their Battle Furies, but I mean, this item is pretty insane. And his whole job is just to survive the initial burst so that he can try to play. So
but do you not need to go greedy? I feel like the whole game is on his shoulders.
I was about to say, I can understand it, but this is a game that Ghost has to mega carry, right? So
Yes.
we'll see if the more defensive route is the right choice.
He's going to slow down the rest of his build.
And Roche, looks like it's on the menu here for XG. XM has the Kaya Sanj plus the Dagon finished up. His burst is quite crazy. 21 minutes. Set up on the bottom side. All right, blink on the Tusk also. So now, yeah, triple blinks. They have the BKB on their frontliner. See how they want to approach this. GH. Nice sneaky move. He had been planning that for over a minute. He pinged it out, actually, I think, at like the 1950 or something like that. So he's very ready to do that move.
I mean, this has got to be fight time for Nigma Galaxy.
They're smoked up. Undying is in the front, though. Not the target you want to go for.
No, they want to find it. Yeah, anything other. But
Gotta go for him.
They'll settle for it.
He instantly respawns, though. Of course, back at the base, but dies.
It's just the
and he's
lasso.
back.
It's just the lasso they use for it. They've still got the other ways of making moves.
I guess at this point, a kill's a kill, right? As long as they don't counter-initiate and jump on you while that's happening. That does end up being worth it there. But a dying, yeah, right back up. And now they might look to counter-go. Do they actually? I don't think they have a smoke on them. They do not. This game state is, it's, you know, the pace of the game slowing down. It's better for Ghost, you know, it's all things considered. Of course, Ame still getting a lot more out of the map as this Nature's Prophet, but Ghost being able to sit back and farm is nice. Ame for GH. They can't find him. Immediately with that, they'll go for the push.
I mean, Nigma Galaxy, surely they want to try and contest the rush.
Can they make it in time? It looks like they probably will.
They don't have Sumail with them right now.
They do not, you are right. And he does have it.
Ooh, that's an illusion. Unfortunate.
Baited. And now that rush is dead.
GH, does he want to try something? It's not going to be able to do anything about it. Indeed, Roche is there. Aegis is Armes.
It's big Aegis to have on one of the squishier heroes that could potentially get caught maybe from some of the jumps there from Nigma. Now him having this plus the cold embrace behind. And he also has the shard from the Undying. So have to keep track of if there is going to be that grab ally that comes in if any aggressive play comes out. Omar.
XXS has found Noob. Now I'll put the BKB. XXS has got his own BKB in response. Cold Embrace heal coming in as well from Xingqiu. Arme TP's in. Noob's got to run.
Oh!
Oh!
Omar!
Oh!
They actually get the force off.
Oh, that was risky. Omar dodged the rebound.
Omar almost griefed him,
yeah.
then saved him afterwards with the force.
Redeemed.
It's like, oh no! Oh yes.
Dude, if he got caught in the arena after that, that would have been a rough one.
I hate that about Rebound, I have to be honest with you.
Well, that you can get disjointed like that? Or?
When you get disjointed by your own allies.
I mean, it's like, yeah, because it has to work that way, right? You can't have it, like, follow the blink.
Well, of course
someone
not.
when you blink. That'd be crazy, yeah.
Omar, looking for the jump. They found him dying again.
They'll get him.
And the TP gets canceled. A good pickoff. Looks like they might be able to get this objective here in the mid lane now.
Dire's middle tower is
Watching.
Just
This
Ghost
would be quite the nice catch, Xingqiu.
Ghost.
Can he
get
get
the shift off?
Xingqiu gets caught. Ghost is out.
Nice play. That was quick fingers from him to get the shift off. XXS just blink and spears him, but he did get it off. If he doesn't, he's surely dead. And honestly, maybe if he doesn't even have the Glimmer Cape too, he's probably dead. So yeah, little things coming into play there from Ghost. And they find pickoffs on the two supports. Looking much better than last game, but it's still consistently sitting at the 7,000 gold lead for Xtreme.
Yeah, they've shown that this time around they do have the lineup to make the plays. Killing the cores, of course, is something that's not happened too frequently or recently in this match. It's mainly the supports that are getting caught.
But Sumail is getting time to finish his BKB too, right? So he's actually getting away with the greed of going for the Aghanims.
That's going to be the super strong timing, having the Aghanims BKB. Then he's more than ready to go into these team fights.
And they are maybe set up here for another... I mean, Ame has Aegis, so... This could be a bit of a risky one under the tier 1 if they want to go for it. Tormentor is going to come back up. XG.
They're looking for Ghost, by the looks of it. I know that at least someone was likely to be farming around this area, but Ghost is already out.
They do see him now. They are going to swing and wrap around. Ame's just going to TP in his face.
Okay. Sprout to Ghost. Ghost has got his team by his side. Same to be said, though, for Ame.
Nigma seems to know. They're like, he's baiting us, it feels. They don't want to go onto Ame here. Rest of the squad's coming in.
Success is in. He's going to get the arena and spear straight away towards Ghost. And now we jump the tombstone. GH Noob goes straight over towards him. Noob is able to put the BKB, but gets pushed back by the Sonic Wave. They'll take down the Undying Sumail. He pops the Echo. What's going to get the blink off? They've got the look down onto the quad. They'll bring XM down. Now they turn over towards Arme. Sumail closing the gap on towards the Nation's Prophet. In with the Enchant Totem. They bring Arme down the once.
Huge fight.
Tombstone. See if they can take him out a second time. Nigma Galaxy. Beautiful Fisher from Sumail. Lines it down, the two of them.
What a play.
Takes down Arme. XXS is going to go for the BKB TP out. They haven't got anything to stop it. But absolutely ends up being quite the fight there for Nigma Galaxy.
In a perfect setup. They get the actual catch onto the Morphling there, but this Glimmer does a ton of work. And I think XM's Sonic Wave doesn't actually connect onto him there. He blinks on south side near the Tombstone, shoots it up north. It doesn't hit the Morph all the way on the north side. And then he gets full combo. The Marcy and the Earthshaker on top of him.
There we go, Nigma.
They needed this fight, and they catch it.
Absolutely.
And look at this jump, right? XXS, he gets the catch, but the Glimmer comes off. And watch Queen of Pain, right? Watch XM when he jumps. The Sonic Wave, it doesn't quite reach. I don't think it's enough, obviously, there, but he puts himself in a dangerous position. Yeah, picture-perfect fight, really, from the side of Nigma. Ghost surviving, and the Glimmer doing so much work.
Yeah, very, very nicely fought out.
Glimmer Cape carries.
Yeah, it's looking good, Jay. It's absolutely, as you said, paid off for Ghost. You can see why he wanted it in the build with these sort of fights kicking off and them not being able to kill him. Yeah, without it, this game would have been a whole lot rougher for him. So.
Yep. And Noob, it's a big fight for him too, right? Now he's got his Blink, his BKB, and he even has a full Revenant brooch as well too. So a significant burst.
That's a massive, straight up like a 5k, 6k gold swing off the back of that. And the Tormentor, Nigma Galaxy, finding exactly what they needed to get their sort of teeth stuck back into this game.
And it really is just all perfect timing because Sumail had gone for the greedy build for the Ags. Now he has the BKB finished. After that fight, he didn't even need the BKB, so he's gonna have Echo Slam back up after that. Exactly when they needed it.
I mean, now that you've sort of managed to even the situation of the game out as Nigma Galaxy, what's the plan now? Do you continue to look for these plays, or are you happy now to just allow Ghost to farm it up?
I think you can now. I think you should
stay aggressive
play versus Aegis. You can play aggressive for sure. You can absolutely kill XM 100 to 0 if you get on top of him with Noob and Sumail. They have the damage to kill him.
They're trying to bait with Ghost at the moment, pushing the tower. The rest of Nigma Galaxy smoked up around him. TP over towards top. But Xtreme already out of that.
For Xtreme, it looks like they probably want to wait for Ame's BKB before he goes for any type of play, because he was controlled a lot in that last fight. Jump. Ooh, that was close.
Noob's looking for a shot at Jin Q down here.
Speaking of Noob, too, I didn't point it out, but he did get both of the best items that he could get.
Easy kill for Noob.
He got the Brigand's Blade first, and now he's got the Nemesis Curse. Literally the two best neutrals that you can get onto Marcy. So his damage is very significant at this point.
They might find Undyne as well. Shards won't grab him.
So close. Wait, maybe punch?
Whoopa! No, they're going to have the interrupt on that with a snowball.
Another kill. He respawns instant, but Noob getting some big momentum.
Yeah, he is. He had a slow start this time round, and yeah, he's getting back up there on the board now. Kills like this. He's now above that of XXS's farm.
He can buy the shard if he'd like to, so he can just cast it on enemies and jump whatever target that he wants without having to rely on somebody else being near him. Infinitely better game this time around for him. Yeah,
had a really tough game one. So yeah, this is looking good now for Noob.
And Ghost, he does have the Eye of Scott. He finished already at this point, too. So, yeah, they're getting really big timings now after winning that huge fight up top, even into an Aegis. Starting to feel more comfortable to play more aggressively, too. You see Omar's positioning here. If they do set up for the Tier 2, could potentially get another grab here. The entire team is in the area. And Sumail for the next fight does have a shield run as well. So, XG. They do have that BKB on Ame. Do they feel like that's enough for them to look for the fight? I think the Shivas is also finished on XM. But looks like they're being patient. Looks like they're maybe waiting, I guess. He's very close to Hex. Okay, so maybe that's the call. Wait for XXS to have that for the secondary lockdown versus the Morphling. But it's giving Nigma a lot of time to get control of the map, get the tier 2 bottom, get some wards set up as well.
Oh, yeah, the big one's going to be the next Roche, right? Because Nigma Galaxy now, they are set up in a position where they themselves should be able to have a shot at taking the Roche.
They kill it fast.
Yeah.
The Marcy plus the Morphling at this point, they will kill it incredibly quick. 100 gold to the Hex, and then that's probably going to be the call to make the smoke. Nigma are pinging out XXS though, so they should know that it's coming very soon because he has the 2 components. All he needed was the recipe. So they're going to make the move. Let's see what they catch. Let's see if Nigma is prepared for it. Noob is showing himself mid, but he blinks out quickly.
Big damage on Arme now that he's got the Revenant's approach completed.
Omar might just get caught from this.
Yeah, it's just too much damage, yeah.
They might get another catch to Noob.
He's in the trees, he's going to put the BKB in the Unleash. Tombstone's going to be there to protect XXS for now. They'll just opt to get out of this one. Nigma Galaxy don't want to try and fight back as Noob's able to retreat with the BKB.
That's a BKB forced. Instant D-ward coming out. XM just jumps in onto Ghost. They've got the Hex.
They do.
He doesn't have the shift off.
The spear pushback as well. They've got the lockdown. They've got the damage.
Ame, TP's in the front.
Samael's trying to burst Ame, but the BKB's off. Ame's going to be fine. They kill off GH. They've got the curse as well to hold Samael in position. Ame's getting healed up by the Cold Embrace. Arena's at the ready. Samael, he'll be going down.
What a grab from XXS. I mean, the Hex timing.
And it went downhill so fast. I mean, Ghost, he was going for the D-ward. I mean, as you said to yourself, that they were probably aware that this Hex was online. In that moment, it was as if it was all but forgotten.
It did seem like it. I didn't get the shift off, right? As soon as that doesn't happen, it's very likely he's just going to get burst. I mean, XG, a very confident move forward, and it catches at a perfect timing, too. Yeah, look at that. Just chain stun. Sumail, he goes for the back because Ame TP's super aggressively in the front, so they don't have the follow-up of the Shaker to maybe protect Ghost. So a very good fight from XG, the way they approached it.
I mean, it's just sometimes it's tempting when you're the core and there's an award to take down, but sometimes it really does not pay off going for the D award.
Yeah, maybe it's because he thought that he had Sumail behind him to go for the Echo Slam and all that, but yeah, Ame's TP in, you know, it kind of baited Sumail to go for that play there on the left side, and now they're going to be the ones that actually get the Roche off of that. Big hit.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a bit bitter for Nigma Galaxy because, yeah, that could have been their Roche.
Absolutely. You can see the confidence, though, from XG, right? When they have the Shivas done, the Hex done, too, they know they have the way to bring down Ghost. He's going to need a BKB, and that is the choice for him next. He's pretty close to it. And they've gone for the Lincolns on Noob, so probably just to throw it onto the Morphling, too, so that he doesn't get hexed up. Yeah, huge strike there from XG. That Revenant Brooch finished up for Ame is going to make him do tons of damage as well to that Morph if he's ever able to get the attacks off. And he is getting close to the Satanic too.
And for Nigma Galaxy, do you have to just wait out this Aegis, or are you still okay making moves into it?
I think I would still like to see them try to get these pickoffs. Especially if you get any information with any of these wards, that you have initiators, so you have lassos, you have Earthshaker, you have Tusk with the Blink Dagger, so. But XG, not really giving them that opportunity, all connecting towards the Mars. Looks like GH will get away with stealing another Shrine of Wisdom, though. And they're connecting. Omar does have an Agonins. This can be very impactful if he gets the double of these targets, 2 of these cores, or maybe even the double supports could be massive. But XG with this Aegis, backing up, playing a little bit safer. They saw Ame, I believe, there for a second with the Watcher.
I mean, how far did Nigma Galaxy want to poke for this one?
Are they going to expect
go up to the high ground?
XG is prepared? That's the question here. Still an Aegis for 3 minutes.
GH trying to head him first.
Trying to scout something here. He gets seen immediately. They're going to back away.
Yeah, too difficult of a spot for Nigma Galaxy to move into.
especially into that Aegis, right? Still 3 minutes on it. Full Satanic now for Ame. A lot more durable. Will always give Jin Q the time to get that Cold Embrace now, likely. It's got to be some big jumps from the side of Nigma Galaxy. It's got to be some really coordinated double, triple initiations, which they do have. But they do have to have information of where the supports are again, similar to that last game. Sure, it's not a global silence, but it is double saves. And they're getting closer and closer toward that dreaded level 25 Nature's Prophet. He's 24 now, all in.
And that's the thing, right? That's definitely one of the timers that's got to be in the back of Nigma Galaxy's minds.
Anybody got a Dagon queued up soon? Might have to.
Someone's going to have to, right? Probably looking at the bat, maybe.
Yeah.
Omar.
I mean, maybe even Sumail. I don't know. Sounds kind of whack, but... Amp damage for XM.
Radiant are scanning.
Ghost able to sneak himself outside. But a gem now grabbed. So Undying looking to restrict some of that vision that Nigma Galaxy has had. And they're very ready for a jump. Aegis reclaimed. It's still 90 seconds that they have it.
It's proven difficult for Nigma Galaxy to try and get out right now.
Just scared. Scared versus the initiation of XXS. They do buy themselves a counter gem, so they are looking to take out some of this vision, this ward. Will get taken away.
They might try and time another movement out with that smoke when they know that this Aegis is about to time out.
At 60 seconds, they do see Ame as well, so they have information of where he is if they do want to make a move elsewhere. Level 25, it's approaching, Owen. 1300 XP remaining for Ame to have it. And it just changes so much, right? Because this tree just starts giving... It starts applying so much pressure in terms of giving information, because this tree just starts walking at buildings and racks. And not one hero usually can deal with it. Maybe the Morphling can, but you usually have to bring like multiple cores to deal with this. Or multiple different heroes in particular. Tormentor. Looks like Nigma is looking to set up for this here. XG starting to approach the area too, but they get spotted by a ward.
Yeah, I think Nigma Galaxy, they probably want to take the fight before trying to force the Tormentor.
Ame.
Oh, he's TP'd in between them.
The Aegis, 5 seconds remaining. Ghost.
He's split off from the rest of the team. He's on the completely other side of XG. Looks like XG are going to back out. This at least Ame's going to head up towards the top.
He has TP back up in a second so he can rejoin. That 25 is about to be finished. Nigma will be able to get their Morphling together with the team to go for that Tormentor now. Patience.
Yeah, they could go for it if they were aware of the fact that XG aren't actually that close right now. Yeah, they'll start to go for it. They can do it quick enough.
Very fast. And Noob actually gets gifted a shard rather than him having to purchase it, which he did want to do earlier. All right, Owen, he's 25.
Yeah, and all 3 waves are already just constantly pressured in against Nigma Galaxy.
I'm already watching the tree, the march of the treant coming through the river. Dun, 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 dun.
I see how well prepared they are to deal with this.
I see the Dagons already queued up from the Tusk.
Oh, there we go.
GH knows the same thing for the Bat, so they are anticipating it. They're knowing.
Yeah, you got to do it.
But here it comes. There's 2 of them.
They've got good stuns at least.
They do. But look how much the information it gives, right? Like you do this with 2 treants and it's 3 heroes inside the base that you just absolutely know. And it's just going to consistently happen. He's even just playing super defensively on the far right side of the map. Ame just sending the tree, popping his ult every single time it's up. And he's getting close to Butterfly too, which is going to be really strong versus the Morph and the Marcy. And getting toward that crazy separation of farm that we've seen a lot of times on this Nature's Prophet. Jump, lasso.
They put the lasso drag back here. They got the damage to take down XXS. They don't. He's able to pop the PKP. Ame's already killed off Noob. And there's the spear set up on the back of the arena to try and burst through GH. GH will get the snowball off. Ghost is going to go in aggressive over towards XM, but XM's able to walk away. There's the curse on him in position. Sumail's in with the Echo onto Ame. They're trying to burst through the Nature's Prophet, but the Cold Embrace comes out. Ame, he's going to be very, very low at the end of his Cold Embrace. They got the punch up to keep him locked down. They kill off the Nature's Prophet. Sumail Seeing if he can maybe get anything more here. The TP's out for the rest of XG. Will get the remainders out alive.
Cost 2 buybacks.
It does indeed. Noob and GH having to come in with theirs.
But good punishment.
Yeah, good jump from Sumail. Gets the target that matters the most, really. Just locking down Ame.
And Ame actually, when he comes out of the cold embrace too, he actually does get the BKB off. So one of those charges does get ticked down. It still was, I believe, an 8-second one. So Jinkyu tried his best to go for that save there with the cold embrace, but he had already taken way too much damage. Gets surrounded. Good hold there. But yeah, does cost the buybacks, especially from Noob, right? He gets caught pretty quickly at the start of everything from Ame. Getting on the aggressive, though. They have the lasso back up.
I want to see how much they can get done whilst Ame's gone.
And Ghost is actually the one to get the butterfly first before Ame was, so same kind of thing where now he has that advantage versus the physical.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Very good hit from Nigma. Even though it did cost those buybacks, they were appropriate at the moment.
Look at the trade of the shrines. Undyne was able to take that from Nigma's side of the map.
Oh, I didn't even see him over there. Oh, nice for him.
And into the Roche.
Roche.
This one should be Nigma Galaxy.
They've got it. That's going to be... I mean, Ghost is also going to hit 25 of this. It's actually pretty huge for him. Sumail also having a refresher shard. So these fights, I feel like they got a little more complicated from the side of XG after that. Even though the buybacks were used, them getting the Roche makes it super worth it. XXS does have a full refresher, so he does have a lot of control, a lot of combo that he can do on this Mars. But yeah, very good strike there from the side of Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely with a pretty good shot this time round, Nigma Galaxy. It's a way better look than what they're able to come with in game one.
Feels like the game is almost back to like pretty much even, right? Because of this, them getting this Aegis now for Ghost. Just going to be up to this team fight execution.
Look at that. Pretty much 50-50 on the Dota Plus.
Does feel like that. XM will be able to claim himself a shield rune.
Oh, there with the Hex. They just quickly burst through the bat. Mosquito's trying to fight back.
The Hex comes out again.
Indeed, with the refresher, he's ready for that second round. Doesn't want to commit here, though, with the second arena. They'll back off. Ghost, he's still going to try and chase forward. How much further does he want to go? Does he want to go again in Ghost? He certainly does. Gets him with the jump onto XXS, but XXS ready with the second BKB. At the punch to control him, Noob. He's getting it on the backlines. He has to jump out with a rebound. Another aggressive move from Ghost. In with the blink again, but Ame turns.
Ghost
the Hex down on the Ghost. Ghost is in trouble. He's gone. That's the Aegis out.
And Sumail is getting controlled in the back from XM.
Can they go for round 2 on towards him? They get the spear set up.
Ghost.
Anything else to follow up? They don't. The waveform's there now to low ground, but the second arena is now here. They trap him in. XM jumps over with the shard silence. Sonic Wave pushes back Ghost. Ame's bringing in the damage. He's got one more waveform, but there's the Hex. It's up again. XXS catches him out. Ghost will fall out for 100 seconds.
Sumail?
He dropped the double echo on a one hero. Well, that's not going to do a lot. Uh-oh. He's dead. He's not got buyback either.
Nigma tries to get aggressive, but way too over-aggressive with the position. They can't catch up to Ghost. They get split up completely. It's a disaster, Owen.
They don't have buybacks on the two big cores. They don't have the money.
They had just evened things out, and then that fight just a total disaster.
They don't have the money. He's 200 gold or so short, 1,300 gold short here on Ghost.
They might lose the entire base here to these Treants.
They might lose even more.
Well, what's more than the entire base?
Well, the game.
The game.
It's a minute without their mid or their carry.
Oh, honestly, a total disaster. A great fight from XG, the way they jumped in and stopped Sumail from getting the jump up to help Ghost, but Ghost feeling himself and getting a bit too aggressive there. Gets isolated completely from the side.
Let's see how much XG push it. They're gonna, okay, Sumail's now got the money. Noob got him the money. Noob went out, got a bounty. So Sumail's got the money.
Treants, they're taking out everything. That's 2 sets.
Yeah.
And they need Ghost. He's all the damage.
Okay, Sumail's buyback's going to come out. We'll see if XG care. Nope. Careful. XM waiting in the sidelines.
20 seconds.
Still without their morph.
Another tree.
They summon soon. What's the plan?
I mean, they have to wait for the morph. They don't have damage without him. 10 seconds.
No, because they don't have the echo, right? 20 seconds until the echo's back up for Sumail.
And they will Dagon it. Okay, so they will at least hang on to that final melee.
That's a lot of damage done, though.
I mean, it went from
Yeah.
0 pretty much gold lead up to 21k in seconds. And
Yeah, you roll this back a
up.
couple of minutes. Nigma Galaxy, they had it. It was 50-50.
It was pretty.
I don't, what's it going to do now? 50-50 to what? Oh, dear. That is the quickest.
God.
That is such a quick drop-off.
In 3 minutes after that, I mean, they literally lost everything in that fight. An Aegis, Refresher, everything.
XXS is in.
Zen, Ghost.
BKB's come out and respond, but it's just the space to let the Trin hit the barrack, take up the mega creeps. I mean, if they can get out now, they're fine. XG, they got what they came for. Nigma Galaxy, they have to try and punish this, but GH is caught by the silence. He's dead without
Ghost.
buyback. The Hex is there. XXS ready with a Refresher. The arena's down. Ghost, he's gone again. 100 seconds, still no buyback available on him. They're trying to kill XM, but he's got the blink at the ready. Arme's ready to cut off the escape. There's a Winter's Curse down onto the 3 of them. This game, it's over, folks.
It truly is. They're trying to get away at least with Sumail, but he can't even live in the fountain.
They had a chance.
They did.
And that chance got taken away or given away that quickly. It was gone. The game's over. The series, it's all XG.
Right after they make that big comeback, it's just, just too aggressive.